Hey guys, what's up? Pizza Living Nerd here. Today I'm gonna be doing a review of Lubuntu 18.10. I just want to get out of the way. This looks a lot more modern than Lubuntu 18.04. For example, if I go into search, or if I open the menu, there's actually a search bar now. Holy moly! Something that's been in XFCE since forever. Okay, maybe not that long, but in the whisker menu forever, I guess. Um, so that makes this menu a lot more usable, and this whole system a lot more usable. Um, so, one thing is I noticed that this feels a lot more modern. Now, one thing Switch to Linux's video about this said is that in some areas, it still looks like Windows, and it still looks like Windows for me if you put the Windows QT style, but since the beta, they switched it over to Breeze by default instead of Windows. And Breeze looks a lot more modern. And also Fusion looks good too. Fusion is like a fusion between Breeze and Windows. Sorry for my bad pun. But uh yeah. Now the default wallpapers, if we go to desktop, one weird thing I noticed is that if we go to browse, um, there aren't any wallpapers in user share backgrounds. Instead, you have to go to user share LXQT and then themes, and then each theme has its own wallpaper. It's a JPEG file. So if I want to change it to KDE Plasma and get a Plasma style wallpaper, I have to select it from there. So it comes with 6 wallpapers, and all of them kind of look bad. But that's really the only way you can switch to it by default. You can also go to Appearance, LXQT theme, and then override user-defined wallpaper. That works too, but I like the other way better. Yeah. Anyways, now let's keep going into the review. Now, this uses so little memory usage, it's insane. I think it has HTOP pre-installed, so I am recording. Actually, I was getting even less earlier, but I'm recording right now, and it's only using 732 megs of RAM and only 35% of both my CPU cores, which is really good. I noticed though, the other system monitor, it comes with two, HTOP and QPS. QPS is bizarre. So it has my CPU up here, and it says what applications are using it, I think. Uh, if you hover over it, it did anyway. Here it has what things are using your CPU, so that's nice, I guess. Also has your memory thing right here, and your swap and uptime. So, but I've noticed that just like with Kubuntu, this is fast, snappy, and it just works. One thing I've noticed so far out of reviewing all the Ubuntus, I'm only in the third video in about the new Ubuntus, but I've noticed that so far only the GNOME one I've had issues with. But this one runs nice. Um, However, there's just one problem with Lubuntu. One, it's not for the new user, as it uses this as its system monitor, and it also doesn't have um, a driver manager, and um, some of this isn't. Some of these settings are sort of advanced. Like, for example, the appearance theme. Like, a new user would not know what a QT style or a GTK theme is, or, um, for example. And, so it's not for a new user, but it's not, excuse me, I wouldn't say it's for an older computer either, because, while LXQT is very light, um, Lubuntu is dropping 32-bit support with this release, or it might be next release, but let me check. If we go to downloads, oh, they do have a 32-bit one, but Lubuntu for the next update will be dropping 32-bit support, and they've already dropped the alternative ones for even older computers. Um, so yeah, you can't really use this on as many old computers anymore starting soon. You still can put this on a 32-bit machine, um, but um, hold on one second. But next release, they're probably going to be dropping 32-bit images. So it's not 100% confirmed, but for 19.04, there's probably not going to be 32-bit images, which means can't use it on older computers either that are from 2007. And I think newer computers would be able to run Xubuntu. If it's a 64-bit machine, it could probably run Xubuntu, which has more features, a better desktop, and yeah. And third, it's not for new users, it's not for older computers, it's not for the experienced user either. So an experienced user would be someone like me who wants to customize stuff. They want a modern interface, but also would like to be able to customize it to their likings, and they want it to be snappy. LXQT is not as customizable as XFCE, which means Xubuntu is a better system for a newer user. So I don't see why you'd want to use this distro. Either Xubuntu can do everything this distro can do, plus a million times more things. So would I recommend it? Right now, I would. Actually, yeah, right now, if you have an ancient computer from like 2006, I might recommend the 32-bit version of this. Or if the 32-bit version, the support ended finally, I'd recommend getting the LTS release with 64-bit, 32-bit, which still runs LXDE, which is even lighter than LXQT. However, if your computer wasn't made in 2006 or 2007 and has a 32-bit CPU, I probably wouldn't recommend getting this. I'd recommend getting Xubuntu instead. I haven't reviewed the new Xubuntu yet, just from past experiences with Xubuntu. So, yeah, it is more modern, it is more sleek than previous versions of Lubuntu. I just don't get why you'd want to use it at this point. Especially since it's even a pain to switch desktop backgrounds. You have to be sort of experienced to do that. Just switching desktop icons, for example. So that's why I think that's my opinion on Lubuntu, and my next video will be on Lubuntu Budgie. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.